but who cares? It's only awkward if you complain. I like that. And we are back, and you guys have no idea how long our break actually was. So, amongst all the, the recent HD remakes, re-releases, repackaging our childhoods and selling them to us over again, we thought we'd take a minute to think about, some games that deserve it, that have not been announced, things that we would like to see get re-released. And everybody, from what I know so far, kind of pulled a pretty cool list here. So we're just going to...
It's the No Love Gang.
Yeah, right. So we just sort of get a little perspective from everybody on, an awesome game from days long gone that you would like to see remastered, re-released, given the full treatment, man, like they're so willing to do now. So, we'll just go in order. We'll start with Mr. Priest over here. So, what do you want, man? What game do you want remastered in HD?
I would like to see Xenosaga. And the reason why I would like to see
Xenosaga.
I know that game was more of a movie than a game.
So is Metal Gear.
But, I actually, when I played it, I actually had fun. I got sucked into the story. It played out well. I invested a good bit of time in that game. Yeah. I actually got, 3/4 of the way through until I got, distracted by something else, unfortunately. But,
so you're looking at this as your chance to with unfinished business here.
Yes, definitely. That's my main motive with this.
Seems like that'd be the way to do it. I don't know if you've checked or not. Man, prices on those PS2 versions of they're kind of high now.
Yeah, it's actually kind of a rare game now, and that's another reason why I'm kind of... I don't have a PS2 anymore. I'd like to see that remade, so I could play it all over again. But also, I got connected with the characters, and it played out. It played out.
Some kind of like a remastered trilogy for that seems like that should have happened already.
Well, go ahead.
Is that the ones that had the German subtitles?
Yes.
Oh, Jenseits von Gutenbos. And,
Zerwillier der Macht.
Yeah, that was the first one.
One of them. Yeah.
Zerwil der Macht.
Yeah. Okay.
There were Nietzschean subtitles. That's why I was, Yeah, okay, cool. So they were...
Yeah, those games are actually pretty sweet. I finished the first one. I got really far into the second one. They changed the battle system in the second one, and I didn't care for it as much. But then I jumped back on for the third one, and I finished that. I really liked it. I didn't miss much from not finishing the second one, because fucking YouTube existed by that point, so I could look everything up. Yeah, no, pretty cool game. So, spiritual successors to Xenogears. I think they're loosely connected.
That's what I was told.
Yeah, Xenogears. My bad.
I feel like I didn't miss anything with those.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I made it to the end of the first cutscene.
So about 5 hours in, right? Yeah. Okay.
So harsh. It was so harsh. No, I got to play some of the game, and it was.
It could be a little it could be a little slow at times.
So, some of the cutscenes were really long, but I mean they told a good story. Honestly, I couldn't even really tell you what the hell they were about now, besides like AI finding its humanity or something along those lines.
It was fighting the Gnosis.
Yeah,
that was in space. It was killing everything but robots. Well, pretty much it would take over robots and stuff. Which that's why they were developing Cosmos to fight against that. Cosmos.
Okay.
That's why
So which
she just opens up her breastplate, and goes poof. That's awesome.
The first one
was that. That was Jenseits von Gutenbos.
Yes.
Okay, and then Zerwil der Macht.
And I don't know what the third one was.
Okay.
What the subtitle was on that one.
Zerwil der Macht was the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was episode 1?
Yeah.
I honestly...
Okay, so The Will to Power was the first one. Beyond Good and Evil was the second one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
was the third one... was it the Eche Homo?
Oh, no, it was also Sprach
Beyond Human, or...
It was what? Say it again?
Also Sprach Zarathurstra.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm bad at... I'm a little rusty.
What is that? What does that one translate to?
No, that was it. The Spoke Zarathustra.
This is the third.
Also Sprach.
The movie, the game.
Zarathustra.
Alright, whatever.
I read a lot of German philosophy. I can't explain it.
Well, I'm actually glad you're here for this discussion.
I think that was
read about the Uber
one of the first RPGs that I played that had a really intense storyline. That I mean,
okay.
For me, anyway.
For you, anyway.
So, that was your first JRPG?
Yeah, actually,
Okay.
Oh
it was.
shit! Okay,
So
wow.
that's why I feel really invested in this game. Like I feel like when I put it down, I feel like I kind of did something really bad. Like I'm like, oh man, I shouldn't have done that.
So your
Now it's
first
too
game
late.
was like both a technological and like illustrated story. Like all of it was a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah.
And you went to Doom 3 and got stuck.
Oh man, just keep hitting that low hanging fruit, man. Damn.
It wasn't Doom 3 that got me away from
No,
that.
you know, that wasn't even me making fun of you. It seems weird that was a transition you made. Like, I really love Xenogears and Xenosaga. I'll play Doom 3 now.
They're kind of like two
Well,
hands in the spectrum.
They really are.
While I'm waiting for the cutscene to finish, pop in Doom.
Wow.
You could
Like-
finish Doom during one of those cutscenes.
That's actually how I got my
man.
culinary degree.
You know,
First
you could probably like take all the cutscenes from that game and totally just make a movie out of it. Just play it back to back to back.
No,
Oh,
it's
I've got the
totally,
summary of the game.
it's totally like
Those
Lord of the
cuts,
Rings.
those
It's a
cutscenes,
trilogy.
those cutscenes were definitely like in service of like an interesting story though. Like I don't mind like the length. It's just I could see that putting a lot of people off
Metal
though,
Gear
for
would
sure.
be happy
You have to-
without the
Exactly,
cutscenes it did.
exactly.
Even
You have-
down to the very last one it had. I mean, was like what, an hour long?
Yeah, there were. Yeah,
Wow.
I mean, easily cutscenes in Metal Gear Solid 4 like pushed an hour in some
Yeah.
cases. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with that. I don't mind the long cutscenes. I mean, just give me some gameplay to justify those long cutscenes, which Xenosaga absolutely did.
Definitely,
Like,
yeah.
there was a lot of game. Jesus Christ, I think my final time for the first game was like close to 80 hours.
Yeah.
And
you
I
can
mean,
easily spin that.
it was a long damn game. Yeah, totally. That's a good pull, man. That's interesting. Now, see, there were some rumors going around not too long ago that actually was something that was in the works for the Wii U, because I don't know if you know anything, but this may have not been substantiated or anything, but the Xenoblade Chronicles, the Wii U game, like I think a lot of people thought that there was a connection there or something like that, and that may have sparked rumors that they were doing this remastered
Sort of like how
trilogy.
Xenogears was supposed to,
Kind of, but those actually are semi-related in a way, even though it's like different companies and everything like that.
Which two?
Xenogears and Xenosaga.
Oh, I mean, this is like the spiritual. This was the spiritual successor to Xenogears.
Yeah, even though it was a different publisher and developer and everything like that. Yeah, so like, it was Namco did the Xenosaga games, and Xenogears was a Square Enix joint. But Square Enix joint. That's right. Yeah, they got that. They got that Spike Lee cred. But no, that's a good pull, dude. I like that. And honestly, like that probably has a better chance of being made than probably anything any of us are gonna name here tonight. So you may get your wish.
Alright.
You're actually a lot closer to getting your wish than ours. Like that is something they toss around, especially with the DS stuff coming in and out and all the stuff they're working on now. Like, I mean, they have said in the past, like as early as late last year, they were talking about porting them to PS3 and PS4 and stereo quality sound and upgrading all the graphics and real future words.
Well, it's like I'm at the point if they do release it for an HD, remake, I cross my fingers that it comes out for what platforms I already have. I don't want to have to buy a new system just to play that.
Yeah, PS4, right?
Yeah.
Like, if it comes out, it'll come out on like Xbox One, PS4.
Yeah, this is probably. I mean, the Wii U thing was just like a rumor in the beginning. I mean, granted, like no, it's all rumor, so that it probably would be.
I mean, if anything, that would be like the game that would make me buy a Wii U at that point, and then all the other titles that fall into
I mean,
that.
I could see that.
That's perfectly
that'd be
fair.
that'd be a good. I think that'd be a good. purpose
Along
for
with
some
the Fatal
people.
Frame game that came out with.
With booblies.
But another topic, but yeah.
So,
that's all I-
Xenosaga Remastered Trilogy. They'd have to come up with a whole bunch of fucking new German subtitles for that one, man.
Okay, they did not come up with a bunch of. It was all Frederick Nietzsche books. It was all.
I
like,
know.
They just need page 2.
No, seriously, I would be down for Jenseits von Gutenberg's Mega Geyser.
Guys,
X out.
All
2 and
right.
a third.
So, what was your pull, Tony? You've kept us in suspense. You're gonna
throw
pass
it
that
over.
on, man.
I
You
think
must have
mine
some serious shit.
Is
going
more
in
closer
here.
material than whenever you're concocting them.
I feel obligated to disagree.
You don't want to disagree though. It's like you don't
That's
disagree.
It's not. He seems to have a serious ace in the hole here. Like if he's gonna pass.
So if I put on like a pouty face and acted mysterious, I could have gone.
Okay. Well, all right. I'll throw. Because he's put a lot of credit on this. He's put a lot of credit on this.
Is it too much now? Like, okay.
Oh, okay, okay. It's been hyped up too much.
Or too much hype, or not enough hype, in your opinion?
I think mine falls into the area of, golly, you almost need a reboot.
You know what? Whatever. Fuck it. You go next.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's throw it to you.
I mean, mine. I'm kind of torn, like between like a really cool, like not like cell shaded like Final Fantasy Tactics or something along those lines, and Need for Speed Most Wanted. Just like
You're getting that though. Like, the new one
I don't know. Like
that.
they keep telling me that, but it's just never been the same.
What was it about Most Wanted? Was it?
I don't know.
Was it
like,
Razor Callahan and all of his bullshit? Like,
no, it's definitely not Razor Callahan.
Are you ready to race? Is it in your blood?
I will give it. Most Wanted was a really good game.
Yeah, it was like a really cool one. Like I said, I was like I'm really torn between like a really like just a different version, like an HD Final Fantasy Tactics.
Well, boy, are you in luck. Need for Speed up next year. Let's talk about tactics.
Yeah. But
So
yeah,
you-
like a really like just like a
well, kind of like so you want it like on it because they did that with War of the Lions on the PSP.
well, no, I'm not even talking like that same graphics style.
You want it like full.
he
like,
wants
redone.
his tactics Final Fantasy VII remake style.
Yeah, kind of.
Oh, that's interesting. That's actually kind of interesting.
Cool.
I wonder, because the tactical RPG like big budget tactical RPG on a console kind of dead. Haven't
They released one on the PS4 recently.
what
Give me one moment. I will look it up, but I know it's real because I thought about buying it the other day.
on the PS4?
Yes.
Okay.
I just think it would look
No.
really cool.
I just
and-
think you're gonna have the closer.
You think I'm gonna have the
I
closer?
think you're gonna have the closer.
I don't know about that.
Like I said, mine's not really like mine's. Yeah, the remaster, aka reboot. Or
Okay.
I would be satisfied with the slash reboot.
I sure hope you're right. Because I hope you're not wrong about who is making your game when you ask me who the publisher or developer was. I hope you're right, and that we don't end up having the same answer.
No, I know. Like mine is not Capcom.
Okay, you're positive though, 100%. Because if you say a game and it's like you asshole, that's totally Capcom.
No,
We wore the same
I
thing.
know it is.
Someone's gotta change.
all right.
The game was called Natural Doctrine, but it has like a weird combination of uppercase and lowercase letters. But it was a tactical RPG.
That's a tactical RPG
On
I
the
hadn't-
PS4.
I had no idea.
And from what I understand, it's a pretty popular and good game.
I've heard things about it. Yeah, I didn't know that. I'm actually my interest level has gone up significantly now that I know what kind of game that is.
Yes, Natural Doctrine is a tactical RPG. I think it's more like wartime technology stuff. Like it's about natural selection. It has a bunch of like weird shit like fighting in it too.
Okay, no, that actually sounds kind of cool. I want to check that out now.
Well, I mean, like not even like graphical wise for that. It's just like what they did with like War of the Lions, just how they added in like people who were like relevant when they made War of the Lions. Like, they added Rolf
They
Eater.
had like Final Fantasy 12 characters in it and stuff. Well, that's because they took place in the same like world.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Like that'd be cool to see like more people like.
Okay, no, I'm kind no,
not just
you-
like Cloud and.
that would be just do a new like Final Fantasy Tactics, but then like set it across the entire Final Fantasy universe or something. Pull in like a Dissidia just with
Well, yeah,
with attack. Nah, that would be
I
fucking
mean,
cool.
look at like how they pulled Cloud from like way back when. They just pulled him out of this. Oh, he's just. Oh,
Well, are you talking about like in the story or just his inclusion in that game?
Well, like how they just like worked it into the story,
Yeah,
like
okay,
how you had
yeah,
to
yeah.
find someone. So, like, what's to say you couldn't do that with like
If
anybody
I'm wrong,
else, you know?
correct me, and I could very well be wrong because I mean
Final Fantasy IX.
I don't know if my Final Fantasy knowledge is super up to date.
I know mine is.
But did they ever like flat out say that all of those games don't happen on the same planet?
Yes.
They do.
Yeah, some of them like there's like several, universes in Final Fantasy fiction.
Yeah,
and
but
like,
I didn't know if it didn't all like.
Yeah,
I knew it happened at different times, clearly, but I didn't know if it all happened like on the same general.
Okay, well, see, in
Space
the
rock.
realm of physics, there are these two theories, right? And one of them is called M theory.
Wow. No, like let's see. So like the MMOs, like the Final Fantasy 11,
14.
14, and then Final Fantasy 12 and Final Fantasy Tactics are all in the same world, like the same like unified world. Those are a specific time, like specific. Other than that, like I don't think there's ever really been any explanation as to whether or not any of them happen in the same universe or anything like that.
Not even a remake.
Well,
You
how
really
do they
should just
bring
put 12
Cloud
on
in?
the store, though, so I can buy and play
You know,
that.
12 12 should get the treatment like Final Fantasy X did. 12 was like a criminally overlooked game. It was actually kind of all right.
I hated how you can play that game without like even touching a controller.
Well,
for the most part.
I mean, it's still
Like,
it was still okay though.
I can't remember how many hours I just saw Max just using the autonomous system on it.
Well,
just,
that was totally
grinding
optional.
and
You didn't
stuff.
have to do it that way,
It's just,
like-
but like once you get used to that, it's like the auto battle system in Tactics.
Yeah,
It's-
yeah, right.
Like you use it for
Fantasy
your
Star.
grinding.
Is that yours? Is that yours?
I did not
Oh.
play that game.
Ooh,
and-
What?
Why are you ruining it for me?
Tactics?
Yeah.
It's
No.
fun. That's what.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
That was,
really cool.
That was one of my first PS1 games, actually, too.
Yeah, I mean, it had
Yeah.
sequels. There were some like Game Boy Advance
They
ones
were
and
too
stuff.
Final
complicated.
Yeah,
Fantasy Tactics Advance? Too
Yeah.
complex.
It was just, I don't know, it wasn't the same. It's like it's like comparing like Tony Hawk 2 to like Tony Hawk like 4. It's like they just added too much stuff, and it just seemed like
yeah. I never.
it wasn't
I never,
the same.
I
It
never
wasn't the
played
same.
any of the like Tactics
Advance was
Advance or
pretty decent.
anything.
Like it had that little Assassin's Creed element or Assassin's Creed Brotherhood element where you could send dudes off to do quests
Oh,
and shit and get
okay.
free
Yeah,
loot.
like
Yeah.
I'm not.
Which is
I'm
cool.
not-
I like that, 'cause
I'm
I've
saying
seen this
that
guy
with
over
like
here
a
do
tool.
this.
Like I didn't even play those like hard.
So you're not necessarily saying you want you just want a new fucking Final Fantasy Tactics.
I mean,
Honestly,
yes and no.
I'm kind
like,
of I'm with you there
like,
though. I mean,
just those were really fun games that made you think, and they looked cool at the same time. To see like newer graphics and like,
Yeah.
the stuff that like just even the stuff that they
I
did in
will
like
play the
Final
shit
Fantasy
out of
like
any
7
tactical.
on PlayStation. You
Yeah.
know,
I love tactical.
yeah, no,
RPGs,
I
yes.
think that's a good pull.
Like
That's a
your-
good one.
summons and
Do your attacks and see more than just.
That's one thing.
a
I
little
didn't
pixel
saw.
sprite. You know, yeah.
I did it!
No, that's the sacrifice we make for playing tactical RPGs.
It's still
Yeah.
somewhat endearing with that.
Yeah.
Like the thing
Fire
like
Emblem,
Advance Wars, man, Advance Wars.
Onimusha Tactics,
Yeah.
Ogre
Wow.
Tactics. I played a ton. Like that's my
Like a Mega
that's my
Man.
time killer. I'm like, oh, the doctor's ready to see me. Okay,
That's good. That's good.
I have
All
tactics
right.
on my
yeah,
phone.
but I'd be down. I'd be
All
down
right,
for that.
I'm with you on there. Who wants to go next?
I do. I mean,
You want to go next?
it's not even like an option. Whatever I have is not in comparison to what either of you are clearly tucking away.
I don't know.
I want Rogue Galaxy.
Okay.
I want Rogue
Moving
Galaxy.
on. No.
I wasn't even keeping mine. I wasn't even really trying to keep mine a secret. It wasn't that important. I don't know.
I already think that's funny though. You look at like what's happened. Like JRPGs repping fucking hard here in this discussion from everybody so
I mean,
far.
Because the PS2 was super important, and then everybody fucked it up with their first-person shooters.
What?
Whoa, that's not a bad point though.
No, you kind of you're
Yeah.
actually kind of right. Yeah.
He's like, no, yeah.
Yeah. No, Rogue Galaxy. Yes, super late PS2 game.
One of the
yeah.
last PS2 games.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of people missed out on that.
Level
one.
5 game.
Yeah.
Which makes, like, wonderful games. I don't understand how so many people were just all like,
What was it?
They're
Was
saving
it?
up for their PS3.
Was I guess Nino Kuni probably the last thing they put out, wasn't it?
no, they put out those Professor Layton games and shit, too.
I mean, I'm talking about like console, like big,
RPG?
like RPGs. Yeah,
Yeah, it was probably Nino Kuni.
yeah, I think so.
I'll
Yeah,
double
no,
check
Professor Layton
because
cool too though.
I enjoy having facts.
This guy.
Yeah, I'm surprised.
I don't know
that-
wrong.
So hold on. Okay, hit me.
With what?
You're fat.
You gotta,
Oh, are
paint,
you-
you
are
gotta
you-
paint the picture, man.
Oh,
This
Like
is a
why is
audio
I don't know, that
medium
game-
here. Yeah, paint the picture.
I mean, look, there's no, like, picture to paint you. It was...
Like Mario Paint.
Well, let's say
damn it.
let's say hypothetically, literally.
It was
I
your.
bumped my head and
It was a generic run-of-the-mill Japanese RPG. It was nothing special. It just had a lot of qualities about the games that I loved. Like, I'm all the way down with Final Fantasy games. I love them. I do. Final Fantasy IX is probably one of my favorite games of all time. I get it. But Rogue Galaxy was about space and pirates and space pirates. You had like a robot companion. I mean, it wasn't like some exceptionally well done, unique experience. It was just a lot of really good stuff put together really well for that game. Honestly, you can play that game, and it feels more like a game that you would have played on the PS3 or the PS2. Like, I mean, I know it came out incredibly close to the PS3 era, like literally like days before the PS3 era started.
So like they pushed the tech to like
Yeah, but you would play that game, and I feel like that game would have, if they had done a re-release even when the PS3 was out, if they had pushed a PS3 version of that game with the PS2 one, it would have felt right at home on the early PS3 lineup. It would have probably done a lot better than it did with just having a PS2 version. That game would not have been overlooked. That game had... It mixed all of the best elements of it. Was incredibly story-driven. I mean, again, not a exceptionally unique or different story. You know, kid is poor and from desert. Now kid saves world. Wahoo!
Where have I heard that before?
Oh, you know, every JRPG ever.
No, he's from a desert.
It was a cell shaded game.
You fucking
You really walk into these.
Star Wars, man, is just...
I know, right?
It's in your blood, dude.
He's like, my favorite game is where your uncle's a moisture farmer.
I'm gonna drink my blue milk and play Rogue Galaxy. Moisture.
All right, so like, should we do like a rock paper scissors on who has to go first?
No,
between you two?
no, I will.
Oh, you're gonna bite on this one? Okay.
I will, yeah.
Man, you almost fucking like outed me a second ago. Yeah, I know, right? Like, just in conversation, like, you quickly sort of mentioned what I was gonna say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so...
Alright.
Oh, that's all we're gonna talk about Rogue Galaxy.
Mine was Eidos.
Wait, the company?
Yeah, mine's an Eidos game.
Okay.
Oh, they even
God.
wanted to bring back the company. I was like, well, that's not specific.
They exist, duh.
Wait,
I was
alright,
like, what kind of game
alright,
is
hold on,
this,
hold on.
huh?
I'm gonna see if I can fucking... Alright, what console was it?
PS2, Xbox.
PS2, Xbox.
That's keeping it open.
It was on both. It was released on both. I played the Xbox version.
Okay.
And I'm a Cold War kid.
Okay. Okay. Oh, wait. Oh, I don't want to say it because I don't want to be wrong. Is it a shooter?
Huh? It's kind of a shooter, yeah.
Can I say it? I know what it is.
What?
Is it Gex 3 Deep Cover?
They're on to me! No.
Is it Just Cause?
No, I know. Mike's probably paid into it.
I don't know.
And actually what's cool about it is if you did the remaster / reboot of it, one of the things that you could really promote on it is like one of the gaming elements that I fucking hated the most, but it was really fun in that game, and that's the multiplayer. Like to take the multiplayer online.
Oh, god damn it. What is the game?
It would be sweet as shit.
What's the name?
It's Freedom Fighters.
Fuck yeah! Okay.
I loved that game. And
Damn.
it's more than just a personal thing. Like, that was my first exposure to
PS2.
one of the really neatest game mechanics where shit you did here affected shit you did in this other map. And you'd have to go back and forth between them. So it was open world via a hub.
Man.
Other games have tackled that before.
I only ever got to play a demo of that game, but I remember it, like, reviewing, like, really well.
And it was, like, one of the, like, the funniest, like, because it was touted as a tactical shooter, was the idea behind it.
Uh-huh.
Like, you actually had to go out and heal dudes and work with people to build up morale so they'd join your side of the resistance. And all ideally is you're fighting Russians. My favorite bad guys.
the only bad guys as far as video games are concerned.
Wolverines.
But, yeah, totally. Like, that's what it tapped into. More so than,
The new Red Dawn?
yeah, pretty much.
Damn.
But no, like
Oh,
I
you
said,
mean with Drake from Drake and Josh?
but it was a tactical shooter that used more attrition than it actually used tactics, which is you could send like swarms of dudes over to like one area while you snuck around and would just sit there and Molotov people. And it had like a really rich story. It started out kind of like,
In Soviet
okay, this has
Russia.
got to be appealing to like some 80s kid. Ooh, me. But as the story actually developed, there was traders. There were, like I said, the whole game was
I don't know, Freedom Fighters
pretty well
was
done,
dope.
and the multiplayer element of it was pretty fun.
Man. See, now, damn it, that game is like a total blind spot for me because, like I said, I only ever got to play the demo. But just hearing you talk about it and then remembering like how well it was reviewing, and you're not the first person that I've ever heard say no.
See, I wanted the sequel to for so long that, and it was one of those like they said there would be a 2, and then stuff happened.
Yeah,
and no, it's not happening. Like I know
all that too. Yeah, totally.
Did you play a lot of Command and Conquer?
Oh gosh, Command and
All
Conquer. George Takei in a video game, that was so great. And Jen McCarthy.
You know, I never would have guessed what game you had. When you said you were a Cold War kid, I thought you were talking about Freedom Fighters. But I thought you said Eidos and not IO. That was my bad.
I said Eidos. They were Eidos handled the
Knight wanted to be
publishing
right.
of it, I believe.
There was an IO game, published it and developed it. IO, just I thought that's why I thought.
Well, like the Hitman guys?
No, Eidos made Hitman. No, IO made Hitman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, IO made
Yeah.
Hitman, and
Eidos did not make Freedom Fighters. IO made Freedom Fighters and Hitman and stuff. Eidos made Gex, and that's why I made that joke. Made those games. Made a lot of stuff. They didn't make Freedom
Yeah,
Fighters.
okay, yeah, it was originally supposed to be Eidos, but EA ended up publishing it, I think.
okay, so
IO had-
the
yeah.
picture in my mind, I'm thinking of the box art. I remember
Yeah.
I was thinking of
Yeah.
an EA logo on
But
that.
for some reason, Eidos was the one who originally had the fucking the IP for it.
Okay,
That's why I was thinking.
Those two
Eidos.
things should not sound so similar.
You know.
Okay, so
Huh.
a Capcom game.
Well, okay, so
Yeah, this is-
I actually like part of the way through this conversation almost wanted to change my mind because I thought of something that I would also
Can we try and
really want to see, definitely, and it would be like one of the most penultimate fucking HD collections ever.
Do we get a chance to try and guess yours too?
No, because I don't know. I'm
He's sitting back in his seat.
I don't know. I don't know whether to be a fucking huge dick here and like just say both of my things or just do one and save one for later.
I did too.
Just do 2.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, so first of all, all right, fine. I'll do 2.
Zelda.
No, I want a remastered Onimusha trilogy, like really bad, like.
So that's what you mean. I almost outed you.
Yeah.
Okay,
When you said Onimusha Tactics, I was like, fuck her.
No, those were.
So it seems odd that kind of hasn't happened either, especially with Capcom's huge hard-on for constantly re-releasing their stuff. Especially with like how well that Resident Evil remaster did. Onimusha, it was feudal Japan samurai Resident Evil.
Yeah,
And it was
good.
fucking cool. I mean, I probably can't say too much about how well it's aged, but I remember at the time, Onimusha 1 on the PS2 was the first game that made me go, holy crap, like, it's here. Like, the new console, like, that was the
and then
most epic showpiece for PlayStation 2 at the time.
I played,
Now,
I
you
played
wanna-
the first one like recently as 6 months ago.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Because so that one still had tank. Like Onimusha 3 got rid of the tank controls, and
Yes.
it moved. And Onimusha 3, man, I don't know. I've heard like sort of conflicting things like not too long ago about how a lot of people didn't really care for 3. I thought Onimusha 3 is the best one in the trilogy. They got rid of the tank controls, and you had the cool like time traveling thing where you play half of the game as Samanosuke in modern day France, and you took Jean Reno and you put him in feudal Japan, and he had this cool like whip weapon thing, man. That series was and Onimusha 3 actually still has like the coolest opening cinematic to a game I've ever seen.
That's perfectly good.
It's-
Yeah, now, are you focusing, like, you want to do the whole trilogy?
The whole trilogy,
Like, with
just-
the whole, Samanosuke and...
Just the Jubei.
Jubei,
And
yeah.
I forget what I just... Because I always called him Jean Reno. Like,
I think it was Vincent. Like,
So-
seriously,
yeah, it was
I think it was
something like
Vincent
that,
or
yeah,
something
yeah.
like that. His character from the Godzilla movie.
But there was also the fourth game, the Onimusha Dawn of Dreams, that wasn't part of that original trilogy or anything.
I didn't.
They changed how the gameplay of it and everything. I didn't particularly care for that one, but I figure if you're gonna go the whole thing, go ahead and do just all 4 of the games in one big
I'd be
HD
down
pack.
for that.
That sounds like something that should exist.
I'd be
It
completely
needs
down
to
with that.
exist. Those games were super cool because I was really, really into the old school Resident Evils at the time. And, to take the formula of Resident Evil and give you a samurai sword instead was awesome.
I have a movie in my collection called The Returner,
Okay.
starring that Takeshi.
Oh,
The guy does the guy that mocap
that
and
played
the voice for Semonosuke.
Semonosuke, yeah.
That's the reason I bought that. You know, he's in the movie House of Flying Daggers.
I did know that actually. Yeah.
I have that one.
Okay.
There's I
Okay.
have.
Yeah, and who was
Takashi Kaneda movies in my collection because
of Onimusha? That's pretty cool. And now the guy Jubei Yagyu in the second one was a different guy, a deceased actor actually at the time. He was already. Oh, what was his name? He was in the movie Hard Rain. Damn, I can't think of his name now. I don't know. Pretty.
Adam will look it up while we.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was your Capcom.
Rain now. Just that dude Rain from fucking.
Okay, so that was your Capcom. What was your?
Yeah, I want that. I would.
Yeah.
Was it Ed Asner?
Ed Asner.
It completely was.
Onimusha 2. No.
Was it Christian Slater?
No.
Yes. Broken Arrow, dude.
I'm trying to find the only Asian in this movie. I promise.
In Hard Rain.
Yeah, was it a Morgan Freeman movie? Maybe I'm looking at the wrong one.
No, you're
Freeman movies.
Well, I typed in Hard Rain. That was the first thing that came up. But I was making a joke.
Maybe I'm wrong about the movie title.
So what's the? No, that I want to know what the second one is.
Well, that one I think would be even bigger because it would cover several consoles worth of content to make one penultimate like Master Chief Collection-esque thing with the Legacy of Kain series, which
Oh, like Soul Reaver.
yeah, I mean start with the first Legacy of Kain, the PS1 game.
Games. Now, does your HD collection, just to talk about Omnish for one more second, does it get to come with Blade Warriors?
Oh, I have that. Yeah, the Smash Brothers game.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Man, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I would want this a lot more if it came with
Yeah.
Played
Yeah, Onimusha Blade.
It was,
Smash Brothers with Onimusha characters. Yeah, you could unlock Mega Man and Zero as like hidden guys in that, and they're like cartoony looking. Yeah, it was. Yeah, yes. Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah,
I would care a lot more about that.
like me and my buddy actually stayed up one night playing that one, getting all the secret shit.
Of which there was a lot.
Yeah.
Totally.
And I loved how it was timed because it was like you have to hit him with your health meter down to this level, and you have to hit this specific spot, and you have to knock the guy off of this platform, and it'll unleash your present.
Yeah,
and it probably wasn't even the drop that you wanted. Son of a bitch.
I still have that game.
It was Yusaku Matsuda.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Get it. It was Yusaka Matsuda.
Yusaka Mitsuda.
Yusaka Matsuda.
Do you have a picture of him?
No, there's not a picture
No?
of him.
Okay.
Doesn't
But yeah, so...
Black Rain, it was Ridley Scott.
The Legacy of Kain collection. They really need to do that. That series completely disappeared after it got really good, which was crazy. Like, so
PS2 had
so the original Legacy of Kain, where you played as Kain,
right,
was like the top down like 2D sort of Zelda-ish game on the PlayStation 1.
That game was Nintendo hard.
Yes, it damn sure was. Yeah, and then you got Soul Reaver, where you played as.
Which I played that one.
Yeah,
that was the
one that I jumped into.
Yeah, that's where you played as Raziel, and that had a PlayStation 1 and a Dreamcast release. And then there was Blood Omen 2 and Soul Reaver 2, which were, Blood Omen 2 wasn't at all like the original Blood Omen. They
think they went to 3D on that one, didn't they?
Yeah, they went 3D on that one. Not that great. Neither was Soul Reaver 2.
Right.
Neither one of them. But the one that came after that was Legacy of Kain Defiance. And that game kicked ass, because you played as Kain and Raziel in that one. And it had a super awesome combat system. Like, they fixed everything that was... So Soul Reaver 2 and Blood Omen 2 had the stiffest, most shitty combat system. Was real boring to play. It was so fucking bad. It was the very definition of, like, this is why Western games suck compared to Japanese games. The complete lack of fluidity in the combat. It was janky, like really kind of.
I think that's been going on since the first Soul Reaver.
I
Because I remember I would rather move boxes than actually get into a fight.
Yeah, the combat. Yeah, I guess you're right. But in Defiance, it was awesome.
Yeah.
It was super awesome. You had like specific buttons for like heavy and weak attacks and launchers, and then there was all these like environmental things that you could interact with. Like you could impale dudes on fences or all kind of stuff, and it was all real seamless. It flowed really well, and that game was super cool too, man. And that would be a damn good collection, I think. Like if they were to just package all that in one thing, remaster them all.
Yes, Square did a big collection of that, because wasn't that an Eidos title too?
Yes.
Eidos and Crystal Dynamics?
Yeah, then I want to say I think it was Core first. Crystal Dynamics took over during Defiance and fixed the combat system.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I could be wrong about that. I'm not sure.
It was Crystal Dynamics, and then it was Eidos, and now it's Square Enix England. Or Europe, not England.
Yeah, because they just released... There was some kind of game that just came out recently that takes place, like, in Nosgoth, and
the game is called Nosgoth. It is Team Fortress 2 with Soul Reaver characters.
So they still remember the franchise exists. It's just they're just not doing it. They're just not doing anything. They're not doing anything cool with it. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
So
out of the two you brought up, I think Onimusha would probably be the one that I'd be like,
absolutely. I'd be way more excited for that. I was kind of just wanting to bring up the Legacy of Kain thing more as like a value proposition, because that'd be a killer collection stuff to have. I mean, and I would really like to play the first Soul Reaver again. I really liked that game.
I would buy it solely because like I didn't get to play the first one, so when I went in Soul Reaver, I was kind of lost.
Have you ever worked at a warehouse? Or no, you say you played Soul Reaver.
We're talking about...
So you've had warehouse experience. Okay.
We're talking about Legacy of Kain. We're not talking about...
Legacy of Kain, I'd love to sit down and like play through all of it all over, because when I played Soul Reaver, I
don't think you
I don't remember much. I didn't get really too far.
I played Legacy of Kain after I played Soul Reaver. Like I
played Legacy of Kain first. That was the...
Yeah, I didn't know that they were connected. Like I went back and played it, and I mean I liked it a lot, but I thought Soul Reaver was really rad.
I played Blood Omen 2 before any of them.
I was so young, I don't even remember.
That was a mistake on my part.
Blood Omen 2 is like probably like the worst one out of all of those.
I enjoy how they titled them in like the weirdest fucking order.
Yeah.
Blood Omen, Soul Reaver.
Well, Soul Reaver 2 and Blood Omen 2 were like in development and like released like really close to each other. Like they came out.
What I would give the first Blood Omen would have to be the entire
so Blood Omen 1
Castlevania 2 kind of thing, where it's like there was a lot of you roam about until you figure out where I need to take this rock to this pillar and do this thing. And that's kind of like I said, that's one of those Nintendo hard moments, because combat was kind of
it was whatever.
Yeah, you just drain a guy from afar. And I mean by blood, but
yeah, that's right. Oh, yeah, that's right. He could like suck a dude's blood from like a city block away.
Yeah,
that was always funny.
I kind of want that power.
I mean, yeah,
you want to suck him? Yeah, right.
Family friendly.
Shh. No, it's okay.
I thought of another cool one too.
By all means, what?
That old Punisher game.
Oh, the THQ?
Yeah, that was
Punisher game, the one that was like the movie tie-in.
And
surprisingly good game. Yeah.
With the environmental.
Yeah.
The environment and everything like that.
That game was actually pretty cool, man.
I like that game.
That was a Volition game.
I'm not knocking it.
Oh man, maybe I don't know.
What I'm saying is, it was kind of like, to me, it was a bit milquetoast. But I could see if they did like a remaster of it. It was one of the ones that...
Just think of how much stuff...
When we sit around and argue about like video games not hitting their mark with like the superheroes that they're emulating. No, it emulated the Punisher just fine. Comic book, movie, the whole thing. Walk around, shoot shit until it stops living.
Or drill its head until it stops living.
They put that stuff in Sleeping Dogs. Seriously,
hold a guy's face in a piranha tank.
Yeah.
Yeah, really, that game actually was pretty cool. I did.
Yeah,
man, you could dual wield shotguns, man. It was with no kickback. It was awesome. Frank Castle's really fucking strong.
This game isn't realistic at all. Even the game.
Yeah. That was like the movie.
Kinda.
It wasn't like
Kind of,
it wasn't
yeah.
like based off of it or anything, but it came out at the same time and had the same like logo and artwork on it that the movie
Who did
did.
the voice for Punisher? Well, it wasn't Tom Jane.
Who did the voice for Punisher? I
you know
think
what?
it was,
In the game.
It may have been Tom
I
Jane.
think it might have been Tom
actually.
Jane. I mean, like Tom Jane's just the Punisher to me.
But at THQ, I didn't know Volition had worked on
Yeah, that was a Volition game.
it. So they come up with a Punisher, and then they do a GTA clone, and then they go off fucking rails.
What else did they do? Didn't they do the? Well, they did the oh, why can't I think of it right now? The Mars games. Red Faction.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Freaking Sledgehammer
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, Red Faction was cool. That'd be a good
Did you just
one.
say the Sledgehammer?
Just that's
Not
all I remember from that
Armageddon,
game.
but Red Faction Guerrilla would be a pretty sweet one for an HD remaster. That game was really good.
Thomas Jane reprises his role as Frank Castle.
He did. Okay, yeah, I knew. All right.
Good. I kind of want to play that game again now. Just
Yeah,
because
that game was cool. I had the Xbox version.
Does well, I want to know, does Kevin Nash play the Russian?
or John Travolta played the bad guy.
I liked how he was like big, like red and white striped shirt, like
Total
in
Russian.
Soviet Russia, Waldo find you.
I like that I didn't even know it was
At
Kevin
all.
Nash until like 5 years later.
Oh yeah, that was a brutal fight. That was a good movie. I really like that movie.
That movie was. I'm watching that movie tonight.
But no, I
There's no mention of him.
I will agree with you on putting that game back out.
Okay, so it was supposed to be like the sequel to it, apparently.
Okay, all right.
Sequel to the movie.
If no, I mean, the odds of ever getting like a remaster of that are slim to fucking
Yeah,
none.
I'm just saying it'd be.
But like they could put it out as like a PS2 classic on the PlayStation Store.
Just
I mean
be
that's
cool.
not completely out of the question. I'm not sure how the rights for stuff like that would go.
Well,
That
I think
was-
part of what the whole argument of any remasters or reboots or anything like that, what we're arguing now, is basically we just want to see like either these really cool stories happen again,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
or the gameplay mechanics happen again, like with tactics and. But to me, it's the combination, the story of it and the gameplay of it combined made for some really sweet shit.
Yeah.
So maybe if they sat down and banged out something really nice on a typewriter, because I think all video game stories are written in the 30s, and then actually brought back some of these gameplay elements, I think I'd be back on board with whatever
Well,
they
see,
put out.
what I think is like really interesting about just going round table here and everything that everybody just mentioned, like not only were they good pulls, but like I mean, I'm not necessarily going to say obscure, but modern audiences probably haven't played any of these games like at all. Like that was.
Especially Rogue Galaxy, because nobody heard of it.
It's just that like it's been, those franchises have been dormant for so long, or they just like kind of fizzled out and like started making bad games. People stopped caring, But I think everybody like totally named something that would.
Well, I understood immediately why Freedom Fighters didn't get a lot of action, and that's because me and like 6 other dudes bought it.
Yeah,
it
was one of those like critical darlings, but also like commercial failure type games.
It seems like one of those games like Counter-Strike that we just played in high school, just in classroom.
That'll be another good one.
Didn't touch it outside.
I don't like sit up night. Like, man, I wish they would just hurry up and re-release this so I could play it again. But I wouldn't mind dashing through the 3 Time Splitters games again.
Ah, damn it! I was actually going to
Yeah.
say that one earlier, but the only reason I didn't say that is because pandemic, like, not existing anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
was it pandemic? No, who did? Ah, shit. Who were they?
Hit
Was
the
it
Google.
Haze was the death nail for them because that game was so bad. So no, it was not pandemic. My bad, because they.
Not the pandemic was
Because
Time
pandemic.
Splitters 1 was Eidos, distributed by Square Enix.
That's publisher. That's not developer.
Oh, he's a developer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Free Radical.
Free Radical. That's right.
I
Yeah.
think Time Splitters 2 and Future Perfect were also Free Radical.
Yeah. It's all. Yeah. It was all the same. Yeah. Time Splitters 4 was like kind of in the works and was canceled like several times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was that no shit. That was one of the things that was on the tip of my tongue to bring up tonight too. It really was, but that's just that's almost become a reality so many times. I figured I wasn't gonna mention it.
Free Radical didn't really go anywhere. They just turned into Crytek.
Yeah.
So I mean,
and Crytek was negotiating for the rights to get that Time Splitters franchise back after a while. So it was like IDOS for like Time Splitters 1 and 2. Time Splitters 3 was put out by EA.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of that time period where EA was like really not making a lot of friends because they were getting a hold of some franchises and it weren't working out for them.
But so I don't think a lot of the games suffered for that either because Time Splitters 3 kicked ass.
No. Like there was certain I remember there were certain brands that were being picked up, certain developers stuff like that were being picked up by EA.
Yeah.
And the general response was, "Oh shit, EA's going to shit in our pie."
Well, it's like they would just absorb these smaller studios and then like just disband them, take guys from Team A and Team B and put them on one of their franchises, I mean, Activision.
Mercenaries.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
They should have put more people on that one.
Mercenaries 2.
Man.
Good thing we don't have Donnie.
I should have Googled that because I was reminded what they made instead of that new Time Splitters, and now I'm sad. Fucking Second Sight.
Oh, no. Don't even. Second Sight was a great game.
What?
That was a good game. No.
Give me something. Second Sight. Why is the name's there?
The box art had the bald guy with the gun going, "No, I'm sad."
It was the third person game where the guy had like telepathic power. It was like Kira the game, man. The guy had.
So it was like PsyOps.
It was like it was almost the exact same thing. Except
that's the one I was struggling to remember the other day because I was sitting there talking about PsyOps.
Yeah.
And I forget who I was talking with. They were like, "Holy shit, that's right, that game existed. What was the other one?" And we were
Second Sight was the other one. Yeah.
Okay.
PsyOps got all the buzz. That was a big like midway title at the time, and you could play a Scorpion in it, which was pretty cool. Scorpion running around with like fucking dual wielding M9s. It was pretty awesome.
Wasn't Second Sight the more puzzly of them?
Yeah. It was the more like less shooty, violent-y one. It was it was the more puzzle. It was the think piece.
Yeah, the one where you actually had to like alter the environment. And
Second Sight was a good game, man. I liked the game.
I remember I played both of them, but I think the reason PsyOps stuck out more because
PsyOps was more fun.
It was the title was more 90s.
The Mindgate Conspiracy. Yeah.
Man, they really did. They made Time Splitters 2, and then they made Time Splitters Future Perfect, and then they made Haze, and everything went terribly wrong.
Yeah, Haze was a bad game.
Oh God, it was a bad game.
That was a very, very bad game. That was one of the early
PS3
games. That was like their first real big third-party exclusive, and it was awful. Let's get an HD re-release of Haze. All right. Well, I guess on that note, I think everybody brought some really cool stuff to the table. That was.
We always end on the sad one.
Fuck you! I want a Haze HD re-release. That was fascinating. I a lot more like Japanese games like being represented there than I thought there would be.
Which is why we need freedom fighters now more than ever. They're taking over our country.
Say that with a little more. This is why we need freedom fighters now more than ever.
Red Dawn.
Exactly, all right. Man. So that was episode 4.
5.
Mecha guys.
4? No, we said it was 4, right? Yeah, it's 4. Yeah.
I still don't know how we're gonna count.
So hey, let's try this again. Nobody's followed through yet. Send us an email, toastyrobot404@gmail.com, or leave it in the comments. HD game. It's something you'd like to see re-released. Let's see if we can get someone to bite this time around.
Let's embrace the future of
follow us on Tumblr at Extra Toasty. Follow us on Twitter at Toasty_robot. And remember that email address once again, toastyrobot404@gmail.com.
Instagram.
Instagram at just Toasty Robot, no spaces.
And not just Toasty Robot. He's saying Toasty Robot.
Right.
Not just.
Right, yeah.
Like, why do they call it just Ray? Because all the other cool Rays were taken.
Alright, so that's our little social media plug there. Alright, and on that note, Toasty Robot out.
Hate it.